Hello there, all you bots I'm pretty sure my mother hired to follow me. Go ahead and take a second to think about your favorite RPG of all time. You got it? Good. Okay, now throw that idea away because it's not the fucking Witcher 3, nor is it Breath of the Wild, you
fucking donkey.
Great, now we can move on. Great RPGs just don't exist anymore, and absolutely nobody seems interested in making them. They've moved on completely to the spectacle of technology and the immediate primal thrill of greed and profitability. And why can nobody get this right? The market used to be flooded with great RPGs. I mean, just look back at the year 2004. In the same year, you had Knights of the Old Republic 2, World of Warcraft, Fable, and Leisure Suit Larry. Oh, wait, no. If you share even one iota of these thoughts with me, I bet you any amount of money you do the exact same thing that I do with my friends nearly every single week. Browse the RPG categories on Steam or the Xbox Store or whatever, and guess what? Here's what you get. Your options are Skyrim and Fallout, a couple random JRPGs, which may or may not be your thing, whatever, not mine. And then, oh, hey, here's a good one. Tiger Woods fucking PGA Tour 2023. Are you joking? That is the best we can get? What? I can't even think of one single RPG that I want to play that came out within the last 10 years right now. And that's a very serious problem with the gaming industry. Developers have absolutely given up on the idea of crafting a strong story with good combat, complex talent trees, interesting party members or multiplayer functionality, and satisfying exploration, all in favor of one thing and one thing only: size. Here's one of my favorite examples of this horrible corporate destruction of a game property, the Dragon Age series. I mean, just look at the transformation from the original Dragon Age Origins to the more recent Dragon Age Inquisition. Origins was chock full of interesting classes and talent combinations, interesting party members, and a tight story with ample amounts of world exploration and exposition. It wasn't open world. I mean, you had a map to follow, but it didn't need to be. You got what you paid for on the box. A fantasy role-playing adventure where you could pretty much be anything that you wanted to be. Healer, mage, tank, rogue, archer, whatever. It was awesome. I mean, they just nailed it. The rest was pretty good for its time. A classic BioWare fantasy adventure. And then we got Dragon Age Inquisition in 2014. Oh, just look how big the map is, they cried. It's like Origins, except open world. How could you not love it? Well, maybe I didn't love it because the open world is actually just a whole bunch of fucking collecting flowers and ore veins to try to build one piece of stupid armor or upgrade my sword. Oh, yeah, look at me. I'm the mighty Inquisitor, running around spamming V to collect flowers. Fetch quests, no character banter, less class customization than a game from fucking 2009. At least in World of Warcraft, when you have to kill 50 goblin children for a quest, you know there's some kind of purpose behind your leveling, as you gear up to face down some of the biggest bad guys in the Warcraft universe, like Arthas or Illidan. And the story in Inquisition was all over the place too. But this isn't a rant about the Dragon Age series, this is a rant about the state of RPGs in the year 2022. This open world fever has consumed the gaming industry, much the same as the comedy routines from Guardians of the Galaxy have consumed Disney. Every single game has to be a bigger one than the last one. And it's such sucker tier marketing too. But guess what, suckers? It works. You keep buying them and they just keep pumping them out. The Witcher 3, giant open world game, but bunch of grass and horse traveling between monster killing and fetch quests. Assassin's Creed Odyssey, giant open world game, but there's a bunch of sand and horse traveling between NPC killing and fetch quests. I don't hate these games. I've enjoyed my fair share of playtime in them just as much as you have, but whatever merits they may have are stretched almost to their breaking points across miles and miles of almost pointless nothingness. When Skyrim is still one of the most popularly played RPGs when it came out almost 11 years ago, something is going wrong with game development. Okay. So you're gonna tune out now because I insulted The Witcher 3. Oh my god, how could I? Guess what? It's not perfect. It has great elements, it has an engaging world and a decent enough story, but so many of the issues that people are so angry about with Cyberpunk 2077 are also in The Witcher 3. But it's been so hyped up beyond its actual merits that it's almost impossible for people to see around the nostalgia of it all. Combat that doesn't require any thought beyond dodge, attack, chug, potion. Now, unless you play on Death March, where the combat loop then becomes Quen, dodge, attack, chug, potion. Now, there are stretches of large, open nothingness with small pockets of interesting characters and events, combined with almost zero customization to your character beyond which woman you want to sleep with, or how much of a dick you want to be to other characters. Well, maybe I'm being unfair. I mean, you can shave your beard.
Wow.
The title of RPG used to mean something very specific. It used to be synonymous with creativity and imagination, spending hours conceiving of a unique character design and forging your own destiny in a universe completely alien to you. You triumphed where others could not because of the choices you made, and you ended up feeling like a complete and total badass when you tackled impossible odds with your friends and party. Not how many ore veins you could find or random village or fetch quests you could finish. The original Dark Souls games are perfect examples of this. Your crusty undead ass is just dumped in a jail cell, told to get out and explore some shit. Everything wants to kill or eat you, and you just build whatever you can with whatever you can find to tackle the challenges. Is it open world? No. Is it a massive game? Yes, absolutely. It's basically a bunch of weirdly connected miniature levels you just have to get through to beat the game. There's a story and lore if you really want to dig deeper into it, but really you're just some undead guy on a journey to figure yourself out in the world. It's a miracle in game design, and it's the real reason that Dark Souls is so eminently popular. Not because it's a hard game to beat or you die a bunch of times. That's just a meme born out of its incredible marketing campaign back in the day. And Elden Ring is one of the only games in recent memory to actually succeed at transitioning into an open world, because it's really just the core concept of the original Dark Souls stretched out over a bigger map. Tackle the world from pretty much any angle and enjoy doing it. But even Elden Ring falls victim to some of the same go here, pick up crafting materials ad nauseum bullshit that brings down so many games of the Ubisoft variety. Cyberpunk did the exact same thing to us too, and is still doing it with this Edgerunners update, even though they haven't added anything of any substance to the game, using the popularity of The Witcher 3 to boast about how incredible their even more massive open world role-playing systems are going to be. You can go anywhere and do anything in Night City. Dress up, be whoever you wanted to be, live an actual second life in this magical universe, staple a frying pan to your elbow or jetpack out of your asshole. It all sounded amazing. It really did seem like it was going to be the magic sauce that The Witcher was missing for me. Deep and highly personalized customization that I was craving. But instead, we got a shitty cyberpunk ripoff of GTA. Couldn't customize yourself at all. The game was rigidly stuck in first person in a world where mirrors don't exist, so even the clothing customization could never even be seen. And your choices in the main story didn't even matter one single bit. Oh, you picked Corpo. Great, well, hey, enjoy being a street rat anyway after your shitty montage of your life. But, you know, here's Nerd Jesus and Keanu Reeves, and I hope you like it.
Let me out.
Compare that to something like Mass Effect 2, where you literally die and lose the entire game if you fuck up enough. What a difference in storytelling that is. I mean, it's crazy. If somebody could combine the combat and the world building of the Souls series with the storytelling of something like Knights of the Old Republic, with customization from D&D or like the original World of Warcraft's talent trees, I would pay hundreds upon hundreds of dollars to experience that game. Thousands more if I could play it in co-op as a party. I mean, you could dismiss what I'm saying as nostalgic whining, and in some parts of this rant, I'm sure that's true. But there are very, very few developers out there that are trying to stay true to the lost art of the RPG. Games don't need to be massive, open-world, sprawling, epic tales. They just need to give you the freedom to do whatever you want to do within an imaginative and creative universe. Skyrim has succeeded for so long because of its replayability factor, but that is not something that Bethesda truly baked into the game itself. Challenge runs and the modding communities have taken off in popularity because Skyrim is so infinitely malleable at its core. It provides a good backdrop for customization. There's a reason that the top mods on Nexus, once you get past the bug fixes and the beautiful butt enhancer mods, are Ordinator and Live Another Life, both with over 6 million unique downloads, and that's just on PC. I'm not even sure what I'm ranting about at this point, but I'm going to try to sum this up as neatly as I can right now. People want to play role-playing games that let them role-play with some semblance of uniqueness to what they achieve in the game. Ordinator and Live Another Life are mandatory mods for me and for a lot of people because they expand Skyrim into a game that lets you be a true necromancer or a powerful healer, not because they make the world bigger to outpace some arbitrary industry standard or add more traveling time between points A and point B. As an RPG enthusiast, I crave the kind of customization that more perks and more trees allows me to do. I need the freedom to do whatever I want without being sidelined with an infinite number of radiant side quests or fetch missions, without being forced into the shoes of some alpha Chad monster slayer that gets all the ladies by flipping his locks. I want to roleplay in my role-playing game, for fuck's sake. It's in the name. How hard is it to understand?